Alright, guys, hello and welcome to another episode of Aren't You Exhausted, the podcast. I'm your host, Ashley. We're going to be doing another reaction today. I did not expect the Everyday Miriam Chantal Foodie Beauty reaction that I did a few days prior to blow up like it did. I'm appreciative. It was just very unexpected. I appreciated all of the sound advice given in the comment section, as well as the subs and follows and likes on the video. It's very much appreciated. I don't necessarily plan for any of my content to blow up. I kind of just create it out of the want to create, and put my opinion out there. And if you guys agree with it or have strong feelings on it and stuff, it's nice to hear it in the comment section, and get a reaction from people. It was it was both humbling and just an amazing experience. In the least, I had a lot of positive, but there was also negative in there, and I tried to deal with the negative as best as I could because it's a lot of the times not a reflection of me, but a reflection of the community as a whole when the negative people come around, and it is what it is. I expect it at this point. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to be everybody's favorite thing to watch, but for those who enjoy it, I'm here for it. So, having said that, let's move on to Amberlynn's latest vlog. I have it pulled up over here. Um, I wanted to point out first the last three uploads that she has done in the past little over a week now. It's been almost 2 weeks. It's been consistently the same space as well as the same story being told. And we'll just leave it at that because there's a lot to go into. I know the latest vlog has a lot of talk in the beginning of the narc alert and kicking geese docs on her surgeon. So I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions on that. She's also going to share her new weight loss challenge, weigh in, and what she ate in a day. I'm not going to react to that just because I feel like it's played out. It's been done. This is just her cycle. We're going through it again, people. So I won't be doing a reaction to that because there's no point. There's dozens of reactions to that all over the internet, as well as my channel alone. So it's played out. It needs laid to rest at this point. But we will react to what she has to say again, for the third time on this doxing situation. So let's dive right into that. Give me a second. We'll change it over and we'll start. All right, we're going to dive right in. If you see me looking over to this direction, that's because my monitor's in front of me where I'll be watching the video. Y'all will be watching it behind me. So let's do it.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So in this video, there's going to be 3 segments. The first one is we're going to talk more about this whole doxing of the surgeon, my surgeon. Like, there are still more questions that are being asked. So I want to be as transparent as possible. I don't want there to be any holes in the story or anything like that. So I feel like currently it's an ongoing discussion. I wasn't expecting it to be. I also just realized that my necklace was upside down. And then the second part of this is going to be a weigh-in. I am starting a new weight loss challenge and I'm actually on day 4. So we're gonna get a little bit into that. And then we're gonna have like a what I ate today segment. Buckle up, let's get into it. So the first thing I wanna talk about regarding this whole surgery situation is that there was 2 reaction channels who doxed, and yes, I'm gonna put doxed in quotations and we'll talk about that later. There are 2 reaction channels that doxed my surgeon. It was Narc Alert and Kicking Geese. And I wanna say that Kicking Geese actually messaged me privately on Instagram. It was a very long, thought out, and kind and genuine apology. And I just want to publicly tell her thank you because I also privately accepted her apology. I just appreciate someone who owns up to their shit. The next thing is,
I know everybody appreciates someone that owns up to their shit, Amber.
There's a lot of people like debating back and forth. Like, is this really doxing or is it not doxing? And honestly, at this point, what it's considered, what happened was my surgeon and my medical personal information was revealed, and it wasn't by my choice. Not only that, it wasn't just the surgeon. It was the fact that my weight loss clinic was technically what I considered doxed online. Literally a narc alert.
What do you mean what you technically considered as doxed? It was doxed. Your surgeon's name was put out there. The name of, I'm assuming the name of the clinic was put out there so people could meddle and try to tell this doctor that you were not viable as a client, that you would not follow the rules, you would lie to get your way, to have the surgery. I'm sure people were flooding his email and the reception and everything with this information, which, yeah, it sucks. People should not do that. That's going way too far. But in the same breath, demonizing these people, we should also look at the fact that, like, you shared way too much information of your health information and the like with the public. You shared way too much. I believe that you told everybody that you had a celebrity doctor, if I remember correctly, that it was somebody who had worked on the likes, or you were looking into somebody who worked on the likes of, the Slayton sister. So with having that and showing the folder with all of your information that you had gotten either from the meeting thing that you went to, the seminar, or that you had received before going to the seminar, it was either or. People were able to piece together, like, where, and then Kicking Geese and Narc Alert just took it a step further by narrowing it down to your area and what doctors had worked on the Slaytons or any of the reality TV celebrities for the weight loss, and kind of narrowed it down from there. I do have issue with Narc Alert being so bold as to, like, not realize what she did was stepping out of line, because she did go a step further than what normal people would do. Like, for one, she live streamed it, and they took it upon themselves to, call these places and request information to make sure that it was a matchup. Like, why do we need to know her surgeon? We didn't need to know that. As an audience, we don't need to know who who is doing the surgery on her or who is her healthcare team. We don't need to know that. And this is the whole thing with social media and these parasocial relationships with people. We're not owed this information. We don't know this person, so why we feel the need to insert ourselves and meddle in their lives when they don't do the same to us. They upload their life. Even if it's a false or veiled view of their life, it's their life. Who are we to meddle in that? Even if we don't agree with something they're doing, if they're not hurting anybody and they're not hurting you, why? Why meddle? I don't understand it. And this happens a lot in this community, especially. Like, we've went so far as to essentially spy on Amber at laundromats. You guys have spied on people. I say you guys, but the community as a whole has went after her partner, caught her partner out smoking, caught her partner out walking the dog. Like, If the roles were reversed, would y'all want people taking pictures of you like that? No. No. Um, just because they're on the internet and put themselves out there and make money this way doesn't entitle you to invade their privacy. And also, her lying about this hurts no one but herself. Because when these lies come out about, I mean, this I understand, the lying about who her surgeon was because they'd been doxxed and she wanted to kind of throw people off from who it actually was so they didn't further get harassed. Um, but like the little lies that she does here and there to cover for herself, in the long run, they end up coming out. She ends up telling on herself. She's the same as Chantal in this matter. They always tell on themselves eventually because, for one, they need the content. And, you know, this kind of content really bolsters their views. But on the other hand, like, they just don't want to deal with the day-to-day badgering that people do when they haven't fulfilled what they said they would or what they had sought out to fulfill. Um, it is what it is. They're human. They're normal. Weight loss is fucking hard. Anybody who tells you it's easy, it's not. Especially if you've been big all your life. This shit's hard. I understand it. I'm a big bag bitch. I deal with it every day of my life. It is what it is. I don't put my life on the internet though. That's the only difference. But if I did, like I would expect people to be cruel and invasive, wanting to know why I'm not bettering myself. But my life and what I do on the internet are separate. I don't know.
Live stream, she literally said where I was going. Like, she said my weight loss clinic's name. I felt super violated, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want people knowing the address of anywhere that I am or could be going to. I feel like it's unsafe, especially for someone who is in the public eye. That information was
That's valid. That's valid. Not wanting her information out there because it is unsafe. People, there are crazy people out there. And a lot of people that don't wish her the best and would take advantage or are angry with her and would want to do something to either embarrass her or, you know, make a mockery of her or take pictures of her and in opportune situations, you know, just to make fun or, you know, worse. I don't know. There's just crazy people out there. I understand this.
personal and private to me. So I should be able to say like, okay, I want this information to be revealed versus not revealed. That was like purely my decision and that was completely taken from me. I know for 100% fact, if the roles were reversed and I did what NarcAlert did, there would be an outrage. So I'm also hearing the argument of like, he's a celebrity, he wants to be found, he wasn't doxxed, he has a public Instagram, like yada, yada, yada. Yes, he is on a TV show, but I think people are missing the point. Just because he's on TV and he's well known, it doesn't mean that he wants people to be sharing who his patients are without either.
I mean, to play devil's advocate here, if he's a celebrity surgeon for reality TV stars for weight loss surgery, he kind of does let people know who his clients are. It helps him, if anything, it helps promote his ability to be a successful weight loss surgeon. So this doesn't follow this part of it. Yes, doxing him and being like harassed by people that don't actually intend to have the weight loss surgery, it does take up his practice's time and effort into the people that they do bring in as actual clientele, but this doesn't quite follow because he is a celebrity reality TV weight loss surgeon, so yes, it's public who his clients are.
Of our consent. So another question I'm getting is, did you lie about your surgeon before or after the NarcAlert shared who your surgeon was? So I'm gonna try my very hardest to explain the timeline because I know a lot of people were like, Amberlynn, you were lying about the surgeon like even before she did that. No, I wasn't. So I was doing Vlogmas, and on December 6th.
Also, you can't like hate on your audience for questioning the authenticity and the um honesty that you try to evoke, because you don't really have that kind of history. You have a history of lying about some of the most simplistic things, and for a lot of things that you share not really lining up with your timeline of events, and then for your propensity to over exaggerate things or not know, play naive to what the actual meaning of things are, you can see where people would question.
I uploaded a video talking about the seminar. That very same day is when the Narc Alert went on live stream and doxed him. I didn't find out until one day later on December 7th that it happened. I remember it like it was yesterday. I instantly went to fight or flight mode. I got really scared. I was like, oh no. So if you go back on December 8th, I uploaded a vlog where I reveal my surgeon is out of state, because that is where my lies began. Because that is the day I found out, oh fuck, people know who he is. I wasn't gonna lie about anything. I simply just wasn't going to share certain information. It was the craziest feeling because I literally felt like I had to lie in that very moment to protect myself, to steer people away from Dr. Smith. I didn't want people to know what weight loss clinic I was gonna be at. I didn't want people to know any of that information, because that is somewhere where I was gonna be attending, somewhere I was gonna be going a lot. As you guys know, which I have not shared this story yet, and that's something that I do wanna do with you guys, I had a stalker when I lived in Kentucky. Stuff like that just isn't okay, to just reveal someone's place of doctor. Like, how, like, people are just like missing the point, and that's like really hard for me to like wrap my head around. I feel like a lot of my audience like get it and understand, and they're like, Amberlynn, you have every right to feel this way. But there are so many reaction channels and people who have large audiences who are like, actually what Narc Alert did is totally fine. It's like spreading that type of information is validating what Narc Alert did, instead of trying to fix the problem to prevent this from happening to me again or other people in the future. So something I have noticed is that Narc Alert is trying to say a lot of, Amberlynn showed so many clues, that's why it was so easy for me to figure out. But everything she's saying and everything I'm saying, we can all fact check that. When she revealed who my surgeon was and where my weight loss clinic was on December 6th, at that point, anything prior before that, I didn't say a single thing about the surgeon, about the clinic, nothing. It was all me just talking about how I wanted weight loss surgery. And that was only a week of me saying, oh, I'm gonna contact a weight loss surgery place, blah, 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 blah. There's no possible way that she figured it out based on clues, because I said nothing to indicate any surgeon. So there is a clip of me floating around where I talk about, yeah, my surgeon has 2 robots instead of just 1. People keep using that clip as a way to justify Narc Alert doxing my surgeon. But the funny part is, she doxed him December 6th. That clip, me talking about 2 robots, January 31st. That is a 2-month difference. So that clip that's floating around has nothing to do with what Narc Alert did. I just feel like there's a lot of like inconsistencies in what Narc Alert is saying, because she continuously tries to justify what she did. And if I can clear it up, then I'm going to.
I mean, you guys, while I was editing this after recording it, I got to a part where Amberlynn is propositioning this narrative that her personal medical information was doxed in this doxing. And I just want to say, like, unless she has 100% proof that her actual medical information, personal medical information, was doxed to the internet, that of which could really get her doctor's office and all of his staff in really hot water, because that's a HIPAA violation. That's something that is enforced outside of just that little clinic or large clinic. It's enforced outside of the clinic. It's something that's nationwide that is enforced, that doctors and staff cannot discuss personal, private information of their clientele with the public. So unless like I didn't catch everything, which I thought I had watched everything from Narc on the matter of the doxing and stuff, but I feel like somewhere I lost the part where her personal private medical information was doxed. Um, I don't know where this is coming from. So I think she is just basing her personal private medical information as um, her medical professional that she was seeing. His information was doxed, his name and the clinic that he does these procedures out of was doxed, but like her personal medical information was not doxed to the world. She told us her personal medical information. We really don't know any more than that. And, even that's up in the air on whether or not that's truthful or not because of the source. But doctors and staff cannot discuss with you their patients. Kicking Geese and Narc Alert were not able to call up this clinic and say, is Amberlynn Reid your client? That just didn't happen. They went a different route. All they did was match up information from the seminar's welcome letter and went based off of that. They may have called the clinic to see about the information or the seminar, but I think that's about as far as it went. I didn't hear anything within the live streams or anything in the information thrown around on Twitter of her actual personal medical information being leaked. So again, we get an exaggerated point of view from Amber, but I would expect nothing less from this point. But I thought I would add that in here while I'm editing, because I did not discuss that during the actual reaction from, it's been a day and a half ago, I think, that I recorded this. So we will get back into the reaction. I mean, not to be that person, but it sounds similar to when you were trying to justify the use of the sexual assault terminology about Casey when that didn't actually happen. And then tried saying that you confused the word in a fucking poem of all things was your apology. And like to this day, we still do not have an actual apology to Casey for laying it out there that they had sexually assaulted you over the course of your relationship with them. I can't feel sorry about this situation because, one, you didn't even go through with the surgery, so it's kind of null and void. But two, like, you're sitting here telling somebody that they're not a good person for doxing you when also not being a good person by, like, essentially ruining any chance of this person having a good life. Because that can be a life fucking ruiner, having on the internet forever, mind you, that you were blamed for sexually assaulting your ex-partner when you were younger. I can't feel sympathy on it, for sure. But, yes, doxing is bad. In this situation, but as a whole, doxing is bad. I do agree with that. I do agree that people went too far into looking into it when it's really not any of their business. It does nothing. It does nothing for them. What are they going to do with that information? Besides share it for the internet, but like, what are they doing with that information? Nothing. It was just a got you moment. And then when they finally realized, like, oh shit, this was really creepy and I shouldn't have done this. Like, why did I do this? They're just doubling down because they don't want to be wrong. It happens. You've done it. I'm sure you can, have some kind of empathy towards that. You've done the same thing. When somebody's telling you you're wrong and you don't feel that you're wrong, but, you did do a shitty thing. I don't know. The lines get blurred with social media so much, and I just think that it, as a whole, can be a very dark place or it can be a very amazing place. In this instance, I don't think it's great for Amber because it takes her to a dark place so often and has little advantage to the disadvantage of it. Because if this doesn't work out for her, what is she going to do? There's not a lot that she has really afforded herself to do outside of social media. So where would she go from here? As well as her teetering yo-yo diets, as I like to call them, that are worse for her than anything that she could be doing. Whether it be eating herself into, the my 600 pound range, or, just doing nothing and remaining stagnant. The yo-yo dieting is probably going to be the worst for her than anything else. So hopefully, you would think when she got old enough to a certain age, she'd be like, you know what, I need to pick something and stick with it and, just see it through. It may not be great all the time, but, as long as I'm continuing to work towards it, it'll be okay. And then, like, maybe not doing any more body checking and mukbangs and eating on camera just because she knows that it gets her better viewers, or gets her more viewers, I should say, because it's the feeders watching. And, maybe not pander to that audience as much when you're having financial difficulties, because I think that's something that her and Chantal both take advantage of, is that audience, when they're not actually trying to perpetuate to that audience, but they know it pays well.
For the longest time, I felt silenced in a lot of situations on my channel, and I'm just like not going to do that to myself anymore. There are things that I won't bring up, I won't talk about. But
I don't know how many times we've heard the same, I'm not going to be silenced. I'm through being silenced on my own channel. We're not telling you to fucking shut up. We're not telling you to not have an opinion on it. What we're telling you is stop sharing so much. If you don't want people to have an opinion and be more invasive on you as a whole, stop sharing so much. It's hard for them to be invasive if you don't share it. You share way too much of your personal life for people to not want to go a step further. That's why you have issues with this community. Just saying. Just saying.
But I have a voice, and I will continue to use it at this point. Whether people want to believe.
Mama, we know you have a voice. It's the only voice you love listening to. That's why you do these videos, because you love listening to yourself talk.
Me or support me or whatever. I know that my feelings and the way that I feel regarding this whole thing is completely validated. So for now, I think I am done talking about it in this video, but if you guys have more questions, whatever it may be, let me know and I will answer them for you guys. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is,
I swear, if we get another video about this exact fucking incident, I don't even know what to say. At this point, I don't know what to say. You've milked it for 3 videos. You've said what you've had to say. Answer it in a Q&A on your Instagram. If people really want to know more and really want to have a further conversation on it, answer it on your Instagram. Please, for the love of everything, do not do another video on this. Please.
is my new weight loss challenge that I want to do.
Okay, that's where we're going to end it, because she's going to go into her weight loss challenge and what she ate in a day, and I don't care to hear it. It's the same thing we've heard over and over again. She does these challenges, she fails them. What I eat in a day is for her feeder fans. I don't care to watch her eat, and especially the grotesque shit she throws together. I don't care to see it. Her and Chantal can keep the mouth noises and yums, oh my gods, so goods. They can keep them. I don't want to listen to it. But that's gonna be it. This was supposed to be quick and put to the point. I will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully I wasn't too mean with this. And I don't even know what to say after this. I hope you enjoyed it. It was interesting. I think the next reaction that I plan on doing is I may do another on Chantal if she has anything come about before the next weekend, the dawn of next weekend. Um, but until then, it's just gonna be, whatever's worth reacting to, really. Don't plan on seeing regular reactions, just because I don't feel like a lot of the content that Chantal and Amberlynn put out is really worth reacting to unless something needs discussed. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know what to do with my hands.